A strange story has been making the headlines in Brazil recently. A missing persons case that seems to have ties to aliens, Freemasons, the Illuminati and reincarnation. Bruno Borges, a 24-year-old Brazilian man, disappeared on the 27th of February. His parents had gone away on holiday, leaving Bruno, his twin brother and his sister in charge of the house. As soon as his parents had gone, Bruno locked himself away in his room and refused to let anybody enter. When his parents returned 22 days later, they tried to get Bruno to leave his room. When they didn't hear anything from inside, they broke in, and this is what they found. Bruno had completely transformed his room, stripping away all the furniture and covering the walls in a coded message along with strange occult symbols. In the centre of the room, he had placed a large statue of 16th century philosopher Giordano Bruno. On a table, 14 handwritten books, each one numbered with Roman numerals and written in a coded language. There was also strange objects and a painting of Bruno standing alongside an alien life form. Bruno, however, was nowhere to be seen, and he is still missing. The mysterious nature of his disappearance has led many to speculate that there may be a paranormal explanation for his whereabouts. In the years before his disappearance, Bruno had become increasingly interested in philosophy, cosmology, the occult, and physics. He began reading obsessively and amassed a large collection of books. One of his main inspirations was the philosopher Giordano Bruno. Giordano Bruno was a philosopher, poet, and mathematician who predicted that planets similar to our own could be orbiting distant stars, and therefore that alien life could exist. He also theorized that the universe was an infinite space without a center. These ideas went directly against Catholic teaching at the time, that the Earth was the center of the universe and that we were the only planet with life. Giordano was accused of blasphemy and imprisoned by the Venetian Inquisition. For 7 years they attempted to get him to recant his ideas and accept Catholic teachings, but he held firm. In the year 1600 he was burned alive at the stake for his beliefs. Along with cosmology, Giordano Bruno was also interested in the occult and esoteric teachings. He was heavily inspired by legends of the Egyptian god Thoth, the deity of science, logic, and intelligence. It seems that Bruno Borges also became interested in these subjects, and this began to influence his studies. About a year before his disappearance, Bruno approached various family members and asked them to finance a project he was working on. He would not tell them exactly what the project was, except that it would consist of 14 books that would help humanity. Eventually, he let his cousin read a 15-page manuscript containing some of his ideas. His cousin was so impressed that he loaned him 20,000 Brazilian real. It is thought that most of this money was spent on the statue of Giordano Bruno. His family are now desperately trying to decipher his writings to find clues to his whereabouts. He left the key for translating his code. The title of one of his books has been decoded to read The Theory of Absorption of Knowledge. So far, no other translations of his books have been made public. Many outlandish theories have been discussed on the internet. People have noticed a similarity between Bruno Borges' photographs and pictures of Giordano Bruno. This has led some to believe that Bruno is a reincarnation of Giordano, and that these writings are the continuation of his work started in the 16th century. Others believe that Bruno was abducted by aliens, this painting being the final piece of the puzzle. It's also possible that the whole thing is an elaborate hoax perpetrated by the family in order to make money. Whatever the truth, the footage is extremely intriguing. The amount of care and precision put into this room suggests that he wanted his work to be viewed with reverence. The mysterious artifacts and symbols show that he drew inspiration from many different esoteric teachings. I hope that Bruno is safe and well. I wish him a speedy return to his family, who must be very worried. I also eagerly await the translation of his books. Perhaps they really do contain some forbidden knowledge that will aid humanity, or maybe they just contain the ravings of a madman. We'll just have to wait and see. So what do you think happened to Bruno? Do you recognise any of these symbols that he used in his projects? Leave a comment to let me know what you think. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out some of the links appearing on screen now. Thank you for watching, Until next time, goodbye.